Next up, not paying attention to people's incentives. Now, this is a massive one in what I'll call the black box world of venture capital. I'm going to give you a hypothetical. You got to pick the answer. Hypothetical, you're raising $1 million. You can raise $800,000 from your favorite VC and $200,000 from friends and family, or you can raise a third of it from your favorite VC and 2/3 of it from two other VCs who are really well regarded and awesome. In terms of the same, valuations the same, what's the better deal?
The second.
The second, who said the second? Why?
Because all the VCs had the same interest and alignment on that investment.
Somebody tell me why he's 180 degrees off. I'm going to read this again. Not paying attention to other people's incentives. You're all internalizing it. You're all selfish bastards. What are my incentives? So if I've got 800,000, I have more money in. So my bosses, my investors, are going to be like, hey, that's a lot more than $300,000. Are you paying attention to this? Second, if there's three, who plays doubles tennis? Anybody ever play doubles? Anybody watch doubles? Come on. Well, you guys, God, you guys are wimps. It's not like I asked you what's your social security number or if you'd like to go out with me tonight. I fucking asked you if you're playing tennis. And you're like, eh. Tennis, doubles tennis. What happens when the ball goes right down the middle line?
You both go for it.
Or you both look at it. But either way, bad outcome. When you've got three VCs on the board, what happens? Probably, look, we're all busy. Shit, if I can freeload off those two guys, awesome. You get total apathetic. Nobody owns it, right? You want to have a lead investor. That's called paying attention to my incentives. Now, you did mention something that was the wrong answer for the question, but something you said it depends where a VC is in their life cycle. If I'm a first-year, if I've just raised Foundry Group 2016, you be invested with Foundry Group 2016 or Bullet Time Ventures 2012. Just based on the years, which fund might be more appealing to you? 2016, why?
Because you have more time to get to your...
Because I just raised the fund. My investors aren't expecting money back for 10 years. And the clock hasn't started ticking for me. What about 2012? Anybody know the clock's ticking. Anybody know how long a venture fund lasts? 10 years. There you go. I need to have an exit. If I'm a 2012 fund, I need an exit quick. And the list keeps going. What are the incentives of VCs now that the markets are cratering? Well, how does that affect you? Well, let's see. We know that the top of the market, all the unicorns are dying. So that means all those VCs are taking a bath, which means they're going to just run out of the market and say, oh my God, we're scared. So that means the VCs that do the stage below them, they've got nobody to fund their companies. So if they don't have enough money to fund their companies, all those companies are going to die. And how it starts feeding through the system. How long does it take to hit early stage venture capitalists? Hasn't hit us yet. Probably will. But what are the incentives? Maybe that means I can drive a harder bargain for you on valuation. Maybe it means you should raise more money to try to weather the storm. Think about these things. But the point is, when I said, it was very interesting, when I said focus on other people's incentives, y'all went introspective and said, what's up for us? That's okay. But no, you got to pay attention to other people's incentives. They're just as important as yours. All right, couple lawyer ones, because I used to be a lawyer. Don't hold it against me. I was young and I needed the money. Screwing up your cap table or who owns your equity of your company. Ooh boy, this is a big one. How do you screw this up? You send over an email saying, hey, for joining my company, I'll give you 5% of the company. You do napkin arrangements. You fire a founder and you don't get them to sign a waiver or a release saying that, hey, it's all good that you're kicking me out here, but here's my release. And by the way, I'm reaffirming how much of the company I own. These things are really, really hard to do. What if you priced your angel round too high? Say you bilked some Boulder angel and had a $20 million post-money valuation. Well, congratulations to you. You're never raising money again because I'm never going to fund a company with that high of a valuation. Be really careful on your cap table. Be careful who you give equity to. Make sure you've got vesting attached. These are things that are really, really hard to fix because people are going to get greedy and think that this is worth something, and they're going to try to keep what they have. Next up, you must be as strategic in your fundraising as you are in your business. Now, this is one that people screw up a lot. You work so hard at your business, and you're so exhausted, and you've gotten to the point where it's time to raise money that you've actually lost the energy or the will to be as strategic in fundraising as you are in your business. What does this mean? This means coming up with a form email and sending a form email to a whole bunch of VCs. This means not figuring out which VCs are right for you and going after the wrong ones. This means not thinking about every single communication and that you have one chance to make a first impression. There was a commercial. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression. It was like Listerine or something. Was that it? Okay. Keep that in mind. That is the truth. Be incredibly strategic. Like you should be, if it were me, I'd be creating a Google Doc now of who are potential VCs I might want to meet and why, and what is my entrance into them. And the entrance could be, Natty knows them. The entrance could be, my brother knows them. My entrance could be, I know he went to the University of Michigan and plays drums, and you know what? I went to Michigan State and played clarinet. Perfect. All right? By the way, last week I had the most strategic entrepreneur pitch I've ever seen. Guy sends me, I'm not shitting you, a video of him, and he's like, hello, Jason, my name is blah, and we're working on blah, and I'm listening, I'm like, huh. They're playing the Average White Band, Pick Up the Pieces in the background. I like that song. Wait a minute, I think that's my fucking band playing that song. Holy shit, he's using my band's music as the soundtrack to his pitch? Holy shit. And he was. And then he got to the end and he said, and just in case you want to know what it would look like for us to work together, and he flashes a picture of me on stage playing guitar, and I do this stupid thing that my wife fucking hates. She calls it my beaker face because my face inverts and I have white man's overbite. It's horrendous. Thank God I'm married because I'm pretty much undateable after people see me like that. And he mocks me and does the exact same face and dashes his head to the music, and that was his 90-second intro. You think that guy's getting a call back? Fuck yeah, that guy's getting a call back. 100% of the goddamn time. That guy, and I asked him, I said, how many VCs are you reaching out to? He said 20. He said, I've identified 20. And I said, and you're doing this for all 20 of them? He says, well, not videos, but like, yeah, I've figured out at least an idea for all 20. I go, how many have you sent out? He said, about 15. I go, how many responses you've got? He said, 12. If I could promise you 12 of 15 responses for cold emails to VCs, would you take it? Yes. Guys, strategic. You can too. Be smart.